We're here with Drew Posada, head coach for the men's golf team. And Drew, what's the kind of general outlook for the season looking like for you guys?
Yeah, we're starting early, so we're starting next week. We're having them back early. And we're gonna get to work, and then we start in February. So we're gonna have to get off to a quick start. But once we get started, we're gonna have quite a few tournaments in a row, so they're gonna have to be ready to play. But I'm very excited with how they played last semester, and they improved as the semester went along. So I'm looking forward to seeing them improve and play better this semester as well.
And last semester, you guys had a bit of a unique season in the way that golf is, with the NCCAA plays their championship in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk a little bit about kind of the things you saw the first time for this team heading to the NCCAA tournament, and then also facing some of these GAC schools for just the second time?
Yeah, the NCCAA, they host their tournament at a really, really tough golf course in Florida, so we were really looking forward to seeing how that was going to challenge our guys, and it definitely did challenge our guys. We didn't play our best there, but what I saw was a lot of guys willing to grind and willing to try to fight through not playing as well as they would like, and I think it was a really, really big learning experience for most of the young guys that played in it. We did have a couple of our guys play well in that tournament, but as a team, we really didn't play well. But despite that, I think they really took it as a learning curve, a good learning experience.
And speaking of some of those guys, talk a bit about your top five throughout the year, and kind of if that's going to look similar to what we expect in the spring.
Yeah, our top five will change a little bit this semester. Last semester, it kind of fluctuated at the 4 and 5 spot, but at the end of the semester, we had a solid 5 that we felt good about whenever we played. But this semester, we have one of our guys is becoming eligible, Dalton Roden. So whenever we start playing and practicing and qualifying, and throw him into the mix, I think that he'll definitely stir up some competition. And I honestly, think that he probably will end up on the 5. So there's going to be some jostling and people fighting for their own spot, because I think he's going to probably come in and just play for us right away. So.
And I had some freshmen that came in last year in the fall, and I thought had pretty good semesters for their first semester on Bison. Can you talk a bit about those guys?
Mm-hmm. Two in particular freshmen, Mason Nutt and Lucas Copeman, both of them played well for us. They played in the 5 all semester long, every tournament. So I think that's a lot to be said for two freshmen playing in every tournament. And Lucas actually won a tournament for us as a freshman, which you don't see very often. So that was really, really cool to see, and really encouraging to see a freshman come in and just play and be successful right away like he was. And then Mason also turned in some good rounds for us. And we also have another freshman, Ryan Epperly, who also he played well last semester. Didn't play his best, but from what I could see, he works hard, and I think that as his years at OBU go along, he probably will be a really good contributor to the team as well.
And a couple of sophomores also played in quite a few tournaments, and
Mm-hmm.
Looked like some of them are starting to really round into shape.
Mm-hmm. We have two sophomores, if I'm not mistaken, Shane Black and Hudson Hoover. Shane started out the semester for us in the 5. He had a kind of a rough go at the beginning of the semester, but I was really proud of the way he handled himself and the way that he continued to work hard and press on through those hard situations. And I'm looking forward to seeing him have a good spring as well. Hudson, he really came out and played well this semester. He played in every tournament, and he finished well at our host tournament we had here, but he also played well at nationals, NCCA nationals. He finished 4th, I think. And I think he's rounding into a really good player, and I'm looking forward to see how good he can be. So he's really shown me that he can be a really good player for us.
And really the bulk of this team is the underclassmen, but a few upperclassmen that also contributed pretty heavily in that first semester. You talk about some of those guys, 2 seniors and a junior.
Yes, I have Luke Garner. He's a transfer. He come in. I mean, I was a new coach coming into the semester, so I honestly can say I knew the least about Luke when I came in. And from day one, he worked hard. He was a good kid. I could see that he had a lot of game. He played well, and he didn't start out the semester in the 5, but as the semester went on, he really played well and worked hard, and he ended up playing the last, I think, 3 or 4 tournaments for us. So yeah, he's going to be a good player for this year and next year. He's going to be a good contributor. And then we had Kyle Purdue, who was Kyle's our rock, I like to call him. He is always consistent. He's always there, and he's always going to put his all into playing for us, and he's always going to turn it into a good number. No matter how he looks to be or how his day's going, he's always going to try to grind out a good number.
And talk a little bit about some of the tournaments that you guys are going to see this coming semester. You mentioned that you're playing, once you hit the ground running, you got a lot in a row there. But some of the other teams that you're going to be seeing and kind of the competition that you're going to be facing.
We're going to be playing in California, our first tournament. And right off the bat, that's going to be a really good test because the golf course is tough and the competition is going to be really tough. There's going to be a lot of Division II schools there, and even some Division I schools. They'll have their second teams there, but even your second teams on your Division I schools are going to be good. So teams like UCLA or I think a couple years ago USC had one of their 5s in this tournament. So that's going to be a good test, good competition. And then particularly Dallas Baptist tournament, we're going to see a lot of our future competition in Division II with teams like Dallas Baptist, teams like Rogers State, teams that are going to be always there and playing well. But there's also going to be good teams that we used to play against in NAIA, like Oklahoma City, Texas Wesleyan. I think Wayland Baptist is playing in it. So there's going to be a lot of quality competition we're going to be playing in all semester long.
And then just kind of wrap it up, you guys going into another semester in competing in the Great American Conference. Can you talk about the conference and kind of where OBU stacks up and kind of where you're hoping to finish in terms of end of the year tournament, that kind of thing?
I think we're in a good spot. I think the GAC is really a good conference to be in. It's really tough. It's really competitive. But that being said, I think we stand probably top 2 or 3 teams in the conference. Last year we finished, I think, 3rd or 4th at our conference tournament. We didn't play well. And then at the beginning of the semester, we placed 2nd at the conference preview. So I think that if we played well, I think we could probably be top 2 or 3 team, if not top 1 or 2 team in the conference.
All right, Coach, thank you very much.
Thank you.